digest. From lane to the new shining ground, echo chants where the legends are found. Heroes carved in the heart of time, we march on through grit and grime. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Echoes of King and Greaves in the air. Every goal, the sound declares. Heartbeats pound like a drummer's song, marching forward, fierce and strong. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. I'm Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire.
Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to the greatest podcast there is in this world. Welcome to North London Talks Football, including, it's going to be renamed. We've got an intro coming, a new intro we do with Tottenham, Arsenal, and Leeds in the intro. So everyone is made to feel welcome, and that is coming to a podcast near you. Anyway, welcome to the North London Talks Football podcast. The World Cup is finally here. England are dreaming of bringing football home. Scotland are dreaming of getting out of the group. And the Republic of Ireland, well, we're dreaming of being there at all. England fans have already planned their top bus parade, written a documentary, ordered the winning T-shirts. They've won the World Cup 6 times already, and the tournament hasn't even started. Scotland fans, well, they're just delighted to be invited. If they get a point, it's a party. If they win a game, it's a national holiday. And if they get out of the group, they probably rename Glasgow after the manager. Meanwhile, back here in old Ireland, we're just sitting here on the sofa with a cup of tea, looking at the World Cup and saying, that could have been us for the 5,000th time. England chasing glory, Scotland chasing history, and Ireland are chasing the remote control. So let's sit back and enjoy the football. Watch our neighbours try to win the biggest prize in world football while we provide the expert analysis from the comfort of our living rooms. Let's get into it. And guys, welcome to, and I want to welcome in. These are the elite of YouTubers on YouTube today. Of course, next to me is a lady who needs no introduction the world over. Her reputation precedes her. Being the biggest Leeds fan in Yorkshire, apart from the girl down below, does a mean James Bond game. And do you know what? She is called the Mom Overlord. Sounds like a James Bond villain ready to be named in the next Bond film. Anyway, if it's not that, it's Stacey. How are you, Stacey? You're all right.
What an introduction. I'm all right, not to bag yourself, darling.
And next to her, well, this man really does need our introduction. He was at the parade. He organised it himself. More than 3.5 billion people turned up. No, he's not saying that. Donald Trump did. He does support a team that is still chasing the European glory, but they've already won one. So why do we know that's been written out? Of course, he is one of the good guys. He is one of the nicest Arsenal fans you're likely to meet. He is a perfect gentleman. He really is. It is Nick. Nick, how are you, sir? How are you this evening?
Not bad at all. Happy to be here. Looking forward to the World Cup now. It's got those hazy summer days of beer and barbecue and football. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, no need to start rubbing it in because we're not there. All right. It's bad enough you win in the Premier League. And now you're rubbing it in. We're not there.
No,
Right,
no.
thank
You
you.
can still have the beer and the barbecue. You know.
Oh yeah,
can join
we're
it.
just starting football. Well, down below me, this lady does need no introduction. She is the queen of JSY Talks Football, one of the nicest people you're likely to meet on YouTube as well. She is a diamond. And I tell you what, this woman has a 42-carat diamond heart. She rarely does. She's got the heart as big as Leeds itself. It is Jess. Jess, how are you this evening?
Pick up, Dermot. You all right, yeah?
Yeah, and
Good man.
a woman, a few words. I like it.
Always
Straight to the point. And I mean that. You do have a 42. You've got the heart as big as Leeds. And I know the guys here would actually back me up on that. You rarely do. One of the nicest people on YouTube, really are. And also next to her, well, this fella, this is the babyface assassin. Well, you've heard of that before. He's junior James Bond. He's the junior overlord after the overlord, because she has got a junior overlord. He's junior overlord. He is plotting to take over the United world with Man United. He's looking up at Nick thinking, we're going to do you next season. He's looking at me saying, we're going to plot your downfall. He's looking at Jess and Stacey thinking,
I know, Josh. I was doing the same. I'm like, who sat behind me?
he's in there doing this, trying to find his cat to rub it. Bit like Blofeld back in the day. It is Josh. He's been on it before. And I tell you, this lad knows his football. He makes good sense as well. Josh, welcome back to the podcast, sir. How are you this evening?
Oh, good, thank you.
I will be back. I've got to close the door. So my first question is, and this can be open debate. My first World Cup was 1982. And I remember it because I remember the Brazilian side, Zico, Socrates and that. I'll start with you, Stace. What was your first World Cup you remember? And
Oh God.
yeah, what was the first Cup you remember?
During the war.
I know.
I can go older than a lot of you. So
During the war, maybe it's a long
You
No.
definitely go older than me, so there's no
Do you know
doubt.
what? To be honest.
98 for me, France.
Yeah,
Well,
thank you.
France,
98 France, yeah. 98 France, thank you.
Me and you are very similar age.
Yeah, 98 France, yeah. 98
We
France is
missed
my one.
USA 94, didn't we? So we didn't qualify
Yeah.
for that one.
No.
That was a cracking
So that would
World Cup.
make
We
sense.
qualified for that. We qualified for that World Cup.
Yeah, 98 France.
What, one of the only World
First one I
Cups you
won for a
qualified?
goal.
One of the only World Cups you
Wow.
qualified? So,
Why for you 98?
Actually, that is
I
a good
feel
question. How
fairly
many
old.
World Cups have you qualified for? Republic of Ireland?
Who, me? Me.
Well,
We
interesting.
qualified for in general, 3. 1990, 94 and 2002.
Sorry, Derm.
Sorry, Dan.
That's fine. That's fine. We like
I thought you
we
qualified for
nearly
more.
there.
3.
Yeah. I can't
Have
believe
Northern Ireland
98.
qualified for more World Cups than you, Derm?
No. We've qualified for more World Cups than Northern Ireland.
How many's Northern Ireland qualified for?
2.
If they are.
82.
Oh,
That's why I remember that first World Cup.
There was
82
one
in
more,
Spain
that's
with
what
Jerry
I-
Armstrong. Scored the goal for Northern Ireland to beat Spain 1-0 because we were his backdoor neighbour. We lived on the back of his house. I went to school with Jerry Armstrong's kids. We were mates at school. And where we lived in Sampit Lane in St Albans, his house was built on the back of our garden. So because my mother was from Northern Ireland and him and his wife from Northern Ireland, his wife and my mum got quite pally because, you know, from the same country like. So we got to know him. He was a really nice man. Jerry Armstrong's a perfect gentleman. Really, I didn't know who he was, being a little kid like. But yeah, 84 and 82 and 86 are qualified. They haven't qualified for another World Cup since. What about you, Josh? I mean, I'm not the old man of the group, so I'm going to go back probably before the wheel was even built. What was you're going to say something like 2010 or something like that, isn't it?
16,
Nah.
I'd say, with John.
No, because I was 3 then. I wasn't watching. I don't remember.
So a lot earlier than
a lot
closer to us now.
earlier. I think the one that I have in my head is 2018 Russia. That's the only one that I have in
It
my
makes
head.
me
that
feel so old.
I know, it makes me feel old as well.
I don't remember watching any other World Cups before then. I don't remember having a vague memory.
Can I
of
just
any
say,
of them
Greece are
before
beating Sweden 1-0.
Wow.
They don't a crapper, man. They lost 3-1 on
To
Monday.
Miscast.
Yeah,
No.
the Greeks-
10 minutes.
So
I've got it on the phone.
So technically, then, hang on, just let me sort this out.
What?
God.
The Greek Scouser, Jess.
I'm lying. Thank you, James. I will return. What I will say is, if this was Only Fools and Horses, you would have James as probably Rodney. You have James as probably Del Boy. We'll have Josh as Rodney. We'll have Raquel and Cassandra. The girls can sort it out themselves who they are. And I'd be Grandad. I'd be Uncle Albert.
Who's going to be Del Boy then? Who's going to be Trigger?
Oh, well, Ryan can be Trigger in the chat.
Oh, boy.
During the old World Cups, you know, I remember. It's hard to believe that the World Cup is just.
As well.
Sorry, it's hard to believe how much the World Cup does mean to us.
Oh.
I mean, look, we've all watched a lot of World Cup. Who's the one player for you that you remember? Now, you could be watching past or present. So for me, Maradona was probably the greatest World Cup player ever lived. I suppose you could put into that bracket Messi, original R9, Pele, as Mrs. Trons, who got her hair done today, by the way. The only way I can describe it as...
Be careful now, Derma.
I just think of Black Widow. I just think of Black Widow out of the Avengers now. That's all I can think of. Yeah.
It's when a can of beans come into camera and knock it out.
If you don't hit them later, you know why.
That is why I have a 32-inch monitor this way. It protects me for anything being chucked.
Well, that ain't gonna protect you from an Irish woman's temper. I can tell you that right now.
It really doesn't. No. So like you had Pele, you had Maradona, you had the original R9, you had Messi, and Socrates as well. So I'll start with you, Jess. Who for you, in your own words, is the greatest World Cup player ever you saw?
I'd say about world's greatest, but I always like watching Cafu for Brazil. You're all right, little.
Okay, that's a good. I forget him. Why is that?
Lawson as well for Germany. You know that ain't a bad shot. I know these aren't like thingy, but he had a really good World Cup. I can't lie. And then you could go Ronaldo. You could go, but I wanted to go for somebody that not everybody thingied. I tell you who else were good for Germany as well. Schweinsteiger.
Yeah.
Their goalkeeper was good for them back in the day. Back in 2002.
Oh.
What was his name? The German goalkeeper.
Page.
He used to play for Bayern Munich as well.
Oh, I know you're on about. Oliver Kahn.
Oliver Kahn.
Yeah.
He was brilliant as a goalkeeper.
Didn't he have a broken neck in one game?
No, I don't know. There was a Man City keeper back in the 90s. Back in the 1950s.
A keeper with a broken neck.
Yeah, it was a German goalkeeper playing for Man City in the 1954 FA Cup final. And there was no substitutes back in them days. And I was there. Me and Philip Brady were commentating on the game for the channel. Back then, there was all black and white. There was none of the mod guns we have now. We had Stacey down pitch side. We had Jess in the crowd. We had Josh doing crowd control. And Nick was somewhere trying to find the FA Cup and nick it and bring it back to Arsenal because it said it's ours. Truman, that was it. Truman. German. Yeah, Truman. He played with a broken neck and finished the game with a broken neck. I mean, I couldn't. So what about you then, Nick? Playing for you, bud. So we've got Cafu, we've got some great shouts from Jess.
Yeah, well, there's some great ones in the chat as well. I mean, my first World Cup that I remember was 86. Then sort of loosely, but too young to kind of take it in. 1990 was my
handball.
Roberto Baggio. That was the first one that kind of hit. But then Miriam Closer having the World Cup that he had, unheralded, came in, Golden Boot winner. But Ronaldinho in that Brazilian side, you know, I mean, do you remember all of the Nike adverts in the airport and all of that sort of stuff? Yes. Beautiful to watch.
Who was the Brazilian that went down? He got hit in the leg, but he went down clutching his face for Brazil.
Was that Rivaldo?
I think it was. He got hit. He went down and the corner flag.
And then started holding his head. Yeah. Was that against Turkey?
I think it was, actually.
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what? People
You stay-
don't really recognise Michael Owen, but just think at World Cup he had as well. Like, when he was
yeah,
younger,
when he
Michael
burst
Owen.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
burst
know,
on with
like,
that
he didn't do much in his later career, but starting out, Michael
Starting
Owen
out.
and Beckham, you got to give him a bit of a mention, haven't you, I suppose?
Yeah. Argentina had to cheat their way again.
Indeed.
Yeah, I saw Wayne saying that. I thought that was quite funny.
You saying that, Jess, right? And look, I don't know about you, Stacey and Josh. What about you, Stacey? Who's your sort of? Who do you think stood out for you in all the years you've watched the World Cup?
Not like Jess said, not world class, but Zinedine Zidane. I always enjoyed
Oh,
watching him
yeah.
play.
Yeah.
I always enjoyed him play, no matter the country or team. I loved Zinedine Zidane. I thought he was absolutely world class. What a player. Especially when he headbutted the other player. Watching that. I remember watching that live and I could not stop laughing.
No.
But for me, he's always been up
funny.
there for me, Zinedine Zidane. Oh, I loved him as a player.
What about you, Josh? I know you said 2018.
You probably already know my answer by now. So
I'm old, so
I'm
I've
going to say
probably
Adam
forgotten
Maguire,
already.
I was going to say Slamhead, didn't it?
No.
You're not? Oh, good.
No, it's got to be.
I thought it was going to be Rashford, but why not?
I think then.
Well, it has to
James
be Messi
Milner.
Ronaldo, to be fair.
Messi, Ronaldo.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Especially my
You're
side.
right. As a
We
younger
could
fan,
sort
Josh,
of
right?
play on there.
I grew up with Maradona. I grew up with players like that. Look, I think Maradona is probably. I think Messi's just ahead of Maradona. I don't know if people would agree with that or not. But out of the two of them, I would have to say.
LA, yeah.
Pele was a good
But see,
player.
Pele never played out of Europe. Maradona did. Pele always played his
Yeah,
career in
and
South
most of
America.
the time when Maradona did he was caught off his head, sorry and all that, but he was. No, but I am going on just like players that have never ever took any performance-enhancing drugs or drugs in general that have had really good careers. The problem I have with Maradona is there were a lot of cheating, and he were on a lot of drugs with Maradona, and he cheated.
Hand of God.
Well, I still. Well, Henri was a bit of a cheat and knocked us out of a World Cup with his hand as well.
Oh, I disagree with that. That was the hand of God, that was, weren't it?
Yeah.
The fire of God?
Yeah,
the fire of God.
Fire of God.
What was Maradona's then?
Maradona, it certainly what for Thierry Henry did.
Absolutely.
No,
Yeah.
that's a player, Thierry Henry.
So if the Henri's was a hand of God, what did that make Maradona's the hand of Moses? You know?
Oh no, Maradona was the hand of God.
Hand of
So
God.
We'll just say that Thierry was the fire of God. You know, he appeared again and
Hand of France.
Hand of
The
France.
point I'm trying to make, if you look at Messi and you look at Ronaldo, out of the two of them, I would have to be in the Messi camp because I think
I'm
Messi's
in the
all-round
Messi. I'm in the
player.
Messi camp. Yeah.
Wherever you goes, yeah, I'll get to why in a minute, Nick, because I want to. You, Stace, Jess, Messi or Ronaldo? Where are you on it?
Messi for me.
Messi. I can't stand Ronaldo.
For
Good player,
Ronaldo
don't get me
to
wrong.
be-
Ronaldo's a good player, but for me, his ego just overshadows his football ability. He's just got too much of an ego for me. But Messi's up there. Messi's the GOAT for me over Ronaldo.
Before we get into it, I want to welcome, big up to James, big up to you, bud. Sorry I cut you off. I would ring you after the stream. James, of course, the other member of this channel, will be making a return. Yes, he's in pre-season camp at the moment. He rang me yesterday. He's in Hotspur Way, doing his strengthening, doing his rehab, doing his muscle, getting ready for the new season. So big up, James. Hope you're doing well, and he's become a new member as well. Thank you so much, bud, over there. Big up the Carl, the Truth Simpson, the man. Apparently, him and me, he described me and him as Crockett and Tubbs the other day in the chat I was having to him. So me and Carl are a bit like Miami Vice. Just don't put me in a white suit. It doesn't suit me. Big up, Carl's been a member for 15 months. Big up, Carl. Girls, Nick, Joshua, and saying to Carl, the loyalty is unreal. So thank you so much. So go, do you want to say anything to him?
I'll thank you later, Carl.
I can't compete with that. Oh, you know, well done, mate. Unless you
gonna
want me
get
to
rid of
compete with that, Cole, you let me know, mate. You know.
Yeah. Just let me and Nick know how you get on. Just let us know later.
We're not supposed to carry that us over to this channel, by the way. That just is on mine. Don't burn losing subscribers.
Right, that's the only thing I'll do. I'll keep it nice and clean, Jess.
I don't care. It's your reputation at stake, not mine. I'm all good.
My reputation got shot years ago, so it doesn't really matter anymore. My reputation's gone for a Burton. And big up to Iceman as well, member for 3 months. Thank you so much. Look, I really appreciate all you guys, but members, we do have some history shows coming out while I'm away on my holidays. Me and Philip have stepped into the depths of history of Tottenham Hotspur. Episode 1 would be about when we nearly went extinct, and then there was 2 videos. And when we come back, we're doing a Bill Nick special, and I am trying to get Steve Perriman back on the channel again and let him talk about the great man himself, because Steve Perriman, captain of Spurs under Bill Nick, he started his career, and I'm sure he's got a wealth of stories. So hopefully we can get Steve Perriman back on the channel again. Big up to everyone. Get in the chat, get involved as well. Let us know. Players.
Good luck reading out some of these.
Yeah, I think it's
Right, go on. Yeah, Messi, Nick. Right, we've got Stacey. Then we're all Messi fan. And this is for everyone, does Ronaldo have to win the World Cup to be at the same level as Messi, or is Messi ahead of him? It doesn't matter what Ronaldo does.
In my eyes,
Messi just well ahead of him.
It's well ahead for me. But I'm sort of biased because I can't stand Ronaldo.
No.
So, but Messi's well above it, well above him.
Guys, what do you reckon? Does Ronaldo have to win the World Cup to cement any legacy for him?
I think his legacy is already cemented. And if I'm being fair, I would say it is preference over which one's better. And it is your preference. For me, I prefer Messi because I like the impact he has on the team and the way that he will play for the team. And there's less ego about him. So I find that more appealing. And I agree. I feel like Ronaldo is a bit like Marmite. There's no doubt in the guy's footballing ability, what he's done in football, what he's achieved in football. It's just not a personality that I can get on board with. It's a bit like Bruno Fernandes. I don't really vibe with the guy, but I respect his footballing ability.
I think.
I mean, Dan it does put a good joint here, doesn't he? Johan Cruyff. There's another player we haven't mentioned about World Cup. I did play one World Cup, but made such a legacy, didn't he, Stace, on that 74, and then with the Cruyff turn. What is it about Ronaldo? I know you don't like his arrogance, but surely all these players that have this God-given talent have arrogance anyway. Is his arrogance too much, or is that the problem?
Yeah, don't get me wrong. A lot of footballers will have some sort of ego. Yeah. No doubt about it. They're going to have some sort of ego. But Ronaldo's ego is just over the top.
It's greasy.
Where is he now? Is it Al Hilal?
Messi is so great, though. He's
so yeah.
Humble. Very humble.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's not as humble because even the way he acted the couple of months ago with the current club he's at just proves how much ego he has and how high above he thinks everybody else. He went on like a strike type thing because the club that we're playing for was going for a player.
No, it's because of the player, but the issue with that was there's a lot of cheating in Saudi Arabian football with the top 4 teams that are all owned by the same investment group, and that's why Ronaldo did what he did. But to his credit, they went on one league, didn't they? So
yeah.
In that respect.
But they told him to do one though.
But to Iceman's point,
they didn't tell him to do one at all. Yeah. He's made Saudi Arabian footballers.
Oh, yeah, definitely has.
Nobody knew about Saudi football until Ronaldo came into the business.
Can't disagree with that.
He is worth more than the football team to a lot of people in Saudi. I can't lie.
He'd retire now and they'd be done. He'd be set for life if he retired right now.
Maybe he would, but they reckon he'll play for as long as he can until he can play with his son. And that could be 20, 30 before he even retires. He's that in impeccable condition. looks after
He's in
himself.
peak now. He's
He
in
don't
peak now, though, isn't he?
He's a workaholic, a bit like Messi. They're workaholics.
Yeah.
They put the profession first. And
Oh,
sacrifice work, to be fair to them, as footballers.
They do
One thing I
sacrifice a
like,
lot.
one thing I like about Messi is he's humble. He's not
He is.
arrogant. He's humble, and you look how when he won the World Cup for Argentina 4 years ago, and the embarrassment he looked when they had that big. Do you remember that thing at the end of the game when I forget who it was, giving them the Saudi Arabia, where they were giving them the World Cup and they wanted to be in the picture. He looked really embarrassed having to wear that coat, and he didn't want to be there. I don't think he's that tough. But if that was Ronaldo, he would
Would have been all over it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I get what Jess saying about Maradona, and you are right. There is his pitfalls, and there is his downside, and there is his dark. I would say, I think his chinks in his armor, and I agree with you, Jess, 100%. But as a young lad, I mean, growing up, I didn't know all that about Maradona then. I know about it now, and it's probably changed my opinion of him a little bit. But as a little kid watching him, and yes, there's always the hand of God, but that second goal he scored against England was probably the greatest goal you'll ever see in your life. And on a pitch that was falling to pieces, on a pitch that it was just, Gary Lineker said, the pitch was just falling away in Mexico. I mean, do you look at the players, Just? I'll start with you in this. You look at Maradona and you look at his off-field antics. You look at Ronaldo and you look at Messi and you look at players. Was it easy for the players back in the day to fall off the wagon and go into these sort of things than it is now? Are players a bit more savvy now than they were back in the day, like a Maradona, who was probably the greatest player on the planet at that time?
But you've got to think, back then there wasn't as much drug testing as there is now. It wasn't as
No, that's true.
heavily bodied as it is nowadays. You know what I mean? Like a lot of them, even in the closed season, are still have to have like drug tests picked at random. So it probably was easier back then. And no disrespect to him, none of us know if he was on anything in that game, to be quite honest with you, because of what he is now. You know what I mean? Like nowadays, it's so heavily bodied that you can't do it. It's just impossible to do it. But back then, because of the reputation Maradona had, and what he had behind him, he could have well cheated his way all through that World Cup. We'll never know. Second goal will never take it away from him. It was a very good goal, but his reputation goes before him, doesn't it? The hand of God is what you remember him for. Not his footballing abilities, unfortunately.
No, again, and you are right to bring in Ronaldo. You look at Baggio in '94. You look at Scalacci in 1990. Who's the biggest team for you as a young fan watching football? Did you ever back any of the minnows to do well, like the South African teams back in the day, or Ireland like we did in 1990 and '94, or 2002? Was there any players you liked, you watched, you thought, I'm backing that team if England didn't get there? So I'd be interested to know, was it only England you'd be supporting, or would you be supporting any other teams at World Cups? That's anyone can answer that first.
What England over Austria? For me.
Really? Why?
Because of my family.
Okay, that's fair. That's
it. It was either England or Austria. It wasn't until recently when I started looking at it and thinking, well, other teams I could pick. But back when I was younger, it was either England or Austria. Now I just look at a team and see who performs well, and I'll go, oh well, maybe I'll back you for this tournament rather than England.
I mean, Josh. I mean, you haven't seen as many World Cups as I have, or probably and Jess and Nick and say have seen less World Cups than me. But
no.
I mean, are you a fan? Yeah, that's so true. Are you a fan of this 40? Is it 46 team World Cup? Is it 46?
48.
Are you a fan of this 48 team World Cup?
It's a mix for me, because gives more spots to the smaller teams to qualify, gives them more opportunities, but offering those opportunities, if they get eliminated in the group stage, it's a waste of support. So it's a mix, really.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
What about you and you, Jeff and Nick? Where are you thoughts on it? I mean, who are you going to support apart from England?
I never. I think
also on this.
I've never supported another team, like gone into it and gone dual. There's always the teams that your players play for that you keep an eye on. I've always supported England. England are the only club that I will support. If we're out of it, even when we're in, I always root for the underdog. It's not like a team that I say, there's, but I'm always looking for the underdog to do well because that's just my nature, That's what I've always been like. So if we've not been in a tournament, it's always been hoping that the smaller clubs will do well, and that's kind of where I've always been. It's like whoever's playing on the day, I will be backing the one that's the underdog, basically. As for the 48, let's face it, FIFA are just a shower of, and they are a stain on football, and they don't care about milking it. It really is. I mean, the whole thing and how it's gone down, and buying up tickets in hotels and to give the illusion of demand, and then rising price, all of that sort of stuff. Disgusting, absolutely disgusting. And it's almost like need to tear it down and start again. Really.
We will get on to FIFA in a minute, and that's a probably good point started on, Nick. Just for you, I mean,
I always supported England, but
you're looking at this World Cup.
Brazil, to be fair.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. So, okay. Yeah, FIFA. That's a good point to stick us on. Jess, what's your thought on FIFA? As Nick said, should it be ripped down and started again, or I don't agree with this 48 thing World Cup. I think it's taken away the magic of the World Cup. I think it should be a 2014 tournament, end off, and it should be no more than that, or 32 team tournament, no more than that. Where's your thoughts on it? Are you sort of it is what it is, or there's nothing we can do, or what's your opinion on FIFA?
FIFA are corrupt, but I do agree with 48 because it does give a lot of smaller teams a chance to play at a World Cup. Well, maybe there wouldn't have been if it had really been 32. But I think it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to play at World Cup, whoever you play for, whether that's New Zealand, England, Brazil, Spain, and then minnows, whatever team you play for, Panama. It's a massive opportunity to say to your kids, in it, I played at a World Cup. How many people can say that? So for me, I like that. I don't agree with people. I think they're corrupt.
I went on yesterday.
Is that devil licking here?
No.
Ain't me.
It's not me.
No, nobody's at my house.
I can hear like a TV or something in the background.
Yeah,
Definitely
it wasn't me.
No, not me.
I'm blaming Josh's cat. It's his fault. Anyway.
I'm a cat guessing, Brian.
Yeah.
He's not even here.
Anyway, as long as we don't see Josh going down from the chair, sliding down like the Titanic, we are safe.
You never
If that
know.
does happen, just put your hand up, Josh.
I might do it on purpose. I might do it on purpose soon.
Yeah.
Just to get the clips.
I just want to... There will be clips, believe me. Just going to your point, Nick, Stacey and Josh, about FIFA being corrupt and milking it and all this. If you're looking at it from a sort of a organization point of view, shouldn't FIFA be taken apart and started again? But isn't that too late now? They can't do that now, can they?
It will never happen now. It'll be in an ideal world. There's just too much money, and the politicians are all tied into it. They can just lean. If we were saying about going independent, they would lean on the French government. They'd lean on because of the hope of hosting a World Cup or doing this, that, and the other, and the money. And it's all, all evil's rooted in money, isn't it? Let's face it. And and it's just kind of it's a shame because it could be so much more, and that they are that there's a lack of accountability and transparency. It should be leadership is rotated every 4 to 8 years, regardless, and it just. It's the biggest sport in the world, the biggest festival in the world, and it's just shame that it's run by them and what they're. Do you honestly believe that they are trying to take football to new places to kind of create a togetherness and bring people together, or are they chasing money? And are they chasing advertising?
Oh yeah, money advertising without a shadow of a doubt.
It is, isn't it?
A year ago, it wasn't heavily advertised as it is nowadays.
Yeah.
What the fuck, half time? This show that's going to take another hour before second half.
Starts, yeah.
For Americans, yeah.
It's crazy. Every advert break will be a food thing or something, especially in America. Like, you know, how much sponsorships that will have been this season, but yeah, you can't. The ticket value of it. Look what they're doing with tickets.
I know it's expensive. But from what I'm reading, it's like they're turning it into the Super Bowl with the adverts and the halftime show. I know over here in the UK, we've turned around and said, I know like BBC and that have come out and turned around and said they will not be showing the halftime show. They're gonna just go into the studios and talk to pundits and get statistics and stuff and what they thought of the game. It's turning into Super Bowl. I don't like that.
Yeah, but the only problem is with that, because they've put the half-time show on, because it's on a Sunday, most pubs' licences are only till 10:30. So if it goes to extra time and penalties and England get there, they're going to have to kick them out of pubs anyway unless they extend this licence.
They'll pass some sort of ruling temporarily. They've done that before.
No, you're going to have to kick kids out of pub at 90 minutes. Because of like this show and everything else. Normally, it might be done after 90 minutes. I'm not saying England will get there, by the way.
This World Cup has gone to 3 continents. We know Canada, USA, Mexico. In 4 years' time, it's going to 6. So you got your 3 hosts. I think it's Portugal, Morocco, and I forget who the other host is.
What happened to having it in one country? What happened to having it in one spot?
I know, and then because it's the 100th year anniversary, they're having 1 game each in Uruguay, Paraguay, and Argentina.
Oh my lord, what is going on with this? What happened to having it in one stadium, one country?
It's Infantino. He's just a grubby little man.
Why can they have not had it in Why can they have not had it in Uruguay? As if it's the 100th year, go back to where it started. Just play the whole
the original winner, the winners.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah.
But you know the saying though, money talks. How many times over the years, Jess, have we sat and watched when they've announced where the World Cup's going to be and like, what?
Mm.
Really?
Isn't it the Middle East for the next couple of bounces as well?
Qatar with a bit of a one where we were all like, Qatar?
Yeah, that's the point exactly. It's like, really? And all the issues they have with the stadium building as well. It's like, why can't we go to a country that's already got these stadiums already built and have it there? I don't understand why this World Cup is in so many multiple countries in America. It's like, what is the point?
Why not just give it to Canada then? Canada have never held the World Cup, so why not just give it to Canada? Do you know?
Particularly as USA's already got it in living memory. It's 94 the last time they hosted it.
Well, Mexico have had it twice. This would be the 3rd time Mexico are hosting the World Cup. 1970, 86. They actually took over from Colombia in 86 because Colombia lost their money due to losing it down with Smarties, that they couldn't get enough Smarties, sell them to the USA to build their new stadiums. So, and Jaffa Cakes as well, apparently. So they lost it to Mexico. I just don't get it. And then 6 countries in 4 years' time. What's the point?
Can you imagine how much travelling though? How much travelling to these different states, these different countries, well, states. I'll say states because, example, America. How is this going to affect the teams when they're constantly moving from state to state to state to play?
Well, just different time differences.
Exactly. I think there's 6, 7 different time zones in America. Maybe more. I could be wrong. So,
I thought
like,
it was for
Trav-
myself.
say again, just darling.
I said I thought it was for myself in America 4 times zones.
Oh, sorry, yeah, she's right. I exaggerated as usual. It's
No, I
just,
thought it was all what I was saying.
it's gonna
No
mess
point in
the
it.
teams
No
up.
problem exaggerating. Exaggerate away, it's fine.
It's gonna mess the teams up. The time zones, because like different time zones in each
Yeah.
part. The travelling they've got to do to different states. The weather's gonna be different in all these
Yeah,
states.
that's true.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
The amount of massive stadiums America has for their American football, for prime example, their stadiums are huge.
Yeah, they are.
Why not pick
Yeah.
one state that's got a massive stadium, or maybe one or two states that have got massive stadiums that doesn't require mass amount of travelling to host the World Cup? This 5-6 current states is stupid and expensive
I mean,
for anyone that wants to go to the World Cup.
Mm.
Because if you're going
It
to go
is.
to the
I
World
mean-
Cup, you're not going to go to one game. You're going to go. You're going to want to go to multiple games, which means multiple stadiums.
Mm.
It's like, what's the freaking point?
Yeah.
There's no point. I mean, you go back to World Cups of past. I remember, look, 82 held in Spain. That's it. Go back to Italian 90 held just in Italy. Okay, Sicily as well, but held in Italy. Pick a country that its football is embedded within its fabric, that it's the number one sport. Look, they went to South Africa. I understand going to South Africa in 2010, giving it to South Africa and getting the football out there for people that can't play it. I understand that. But even that itself was a money grabbing exercise, because you know for well, South African government paid off FIFA. Right, if we give you so much money, will you give us the World Cup? Of course you would. You look at Qatar, you look at Russia. A Russia bid that Russia should never have held the World Cup. We all knew
No.
that was rigged.
Yeah.
So, and I agree with Daniel here, and I have to do it. Says Dermo, I guarantee you in 10 years' time, the FBI will be raiding FIFA again, just like Russia, World Cup FIFA have been given bungs for letting Qatar and Saudi hosting World Cups. And then it's going to bloom in Saudi Arabia in 2034.
Yeah.
So
That hotbed of
where's-
football that can't fill a stadium.
Oh yeah, I mean it's
There's
so
a lot
so
going on in
popular over
Saudi,
there.
though. Saudi are getting a lot of tournaments now.
Mm.
Boxing, wrestling's there quite a bit now.
Yeah.
So Saudi is getting a lot
Snooker
of
as well.
entertainment. Yeah, exactly. It's getting a lot.
As you right, look, we're never going to get World Cup. We're not big enough as a country to host a World Cup. We may be okay to do a joint bid like we're doing with Euro 2028, where England, Ireland, the Republic, Scotland, and Wales are all hosting the European Championships, and we all
Just
get a few games
Traveling
each.
again.
And,
again?
well, it's not that far really if you think about it, compared to traveling across America. Or you got a game in 3 games in say Mexico, and then you got to travel to Canada to play your round of 16, whatever. But do you feel, as England fans, all of you, I don't know if Josh is there or not. Don't know
Yeah,
if
he's
that's
alive.
just his hand. Are you there?
Yes.
Oh, he's there. Okay, we can see you're alive. Thank God. The hand of God has arrived. Do you feel a little bit? I would say, do you feel a little bit pissed that England have not been able to host the World Cup since '66? And you've got the infrastructure, you've got the stadiums, you've got the policing, you've got everything, you've got the transport facilities, everything is there. Nobody has to do anything. Why do you think FIFA have never said to England, okay, you host the World Cup?
Because
Because
our
we
brown
won't bribe
envelope isn't
them.
big enough. Yeah.
Because we'll
Yeah.
bribe them.
Yeah. It's the brown
Simple
envelope,
as
isn't it?
Exactly. We don't have the money for them.
It's sad,
the
isn't it?
saying goes, money talks.
And it's what Daniel said. So they're all on this sports watching thing, you know.
Yeah.
It's all about optics and theatre and politics and all the rest of it. And that's why,
Agreed,
you know, it'll be that we're going to have, I bet we're going to get a load in the Middle East for ages.
Yeah.
For what
So
point?
this is the thing. When I've been watching wrestling, it's like, Saudi again.
Yeah.
And again. And it's like, why? Look, I get it. It's for time-wise, it's fantastic. But it's just like, Saudi again. And again, it's like, it's getting a load now. It's like, money does definitely talk.
Yeah.
I mean, Josh, I haven't heard of you for a while, bud. Sorry, that's my fault. It's a bad host. I will
No,
conduct a thorough
I've
investigation
been in and
into
out.
myself
I've been in
after
and
the
out.
stream and give myself a proper audit. I'm sure Nick
No, it's
will be
okay. I've been in and out.
he'll be taking notes now. He'd be asking the
Nah.
FBI to come in to investigate my hosting skills. Sorry, I do apologize. I mean, what's your thoughts on it, Josh? I mean, look, I'm talking to you from a younger fan, right? Who, no disrespect, I've seen. Do you know? You haven't. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
19.
So you're quite innocent in the world of the world, and I don't mean that to be a nasty thing or nothing. I mean, I've got the experience. I've been there and done it, and probably bought the T-shirt, video, held the dog, saw the cat, bought the
I don't know
pigeon.
where this is going.
Nick and Jess have seen a bit of it. I mean, Jess is still trying. Jess is innocent to the world. So is Stacey. Nick is sort of innocent, but he's seen a bit. But the point I'm trying to make is, what does this mean for you in another 30 years' time? Where do you see FIFA in the World Cup when you say you're my age? You're 49. Where do you see football and the World Cup then?
Probably gone.
Expanded
I
to
really think so.
14 the demo.
I don't know.
Expanded to every team in the world. Dermo.
Yeah,
Probably.
There won't be any qualifiers anymore.
I can
Yeah,
see
it'll
that
be you
happening.
literally bid to host a certain match. That's what it'll be.
Yeah. Whoever gives us more cash wins it.
Daniel,
Like
that
it
is
or
so
not,
true
so
back in
the
the day. That is so true back in the day. I did.
Oh, dear me.
I can't find a T-shirt, but that is so true. Right. But no, seriously, where do you see the World Cup in football when you're my age?
Like I just said, every country will be in it.
Probably. Most likely.
Shock me. You're talking about another, like, by the time I'm 60, it'll be all different football academies. Scottish will be playing in Premier League. It'll all have formed. I'm telling you, watching 60 years time, I was football.
Ronaldo's still be freaking playing. He was practically
With his
frozen.
grandson. Yeah.
Freeze, country freeze Ronaldo so he can keep playing every World Cup, you know what I mean?
Him and Messi were doing the same thing. They'll be freezing
Yeah.
after it. We're going to put them in freezers now and bring them out. But seriously, where football is football's already changed from what I remember as a kid, and probably for Nick, we all remember as kids. Football has changed so much.
Massively.
Do you think also with the World Cup, when you got the television rights from BBC and ITV, and are you surprised it hasn't gone to Sky yet? Are you surprised Sky hasn't got the rights to the
Never
World
go
Cup?
to Skydome. They have to show something per year, which is free to watch. World Cup will never, ever, ever be just on the
Yeah.
never.
No.
How many years has it
So
been?
talking
on
about that,
normal TV, it'll never happen. That.
Yeah.
Not in my.
I
opinion.
mean, talking about that, Jet, you made a very good point. I want to add on to that. It's okay. You look at the Champions League final. There was a big outcry. I think there was a poll done that I think people that watched the final on TNT was doubled by people that watched it on dodgy boxes. So
Yeah, I reckoned 18 million watched it on a iffy link, didn't we?
yeah,
Wow.
thanks. I was Jess. Couldn't remember the thing. Thank you for that. So my question to you guys is: do these companies have a right to fans like us to show games on normal free to air? Has the government got to get involved now and say, right, the Premier League, we want so many games played a year free on air? World Cup, England qualifiers, Ireland qualifiers. Do you think why? Because people can't afford it, Nick, right? You and me are massive Formula One fans, right? And we always I grew up watching it on the BBC or ITV, right? Murray Walker, James Allen, the whole lot. When it went to Sky, there was a massive outcry that why is Formula One, we can't afford to pay the Sky prices.
Yeah.
Now, I know there's now TV and you pay so much now and you can watch it to your heart's content.
Yeah.
But surely sport has a right to the people, that it is the people's sport. Football's the people's game. And these big broadcasters are denying the opportunity for the people to watch the sport they love. What happens if you're an old person
No.
you can't afford Sky?
My answer is no, because I disagree. It's semantics here. with the structure of your question. So for me, it's
Told
not
you it was
for the
going to be
gut.
clinical.
It's for me, not everything is for the government to solve.
Yep.
So
No,
that's where
I
I stand
understand
with
that.
That's
That's
all right. So that's why I said no. It's not for the government to do. It is for the sporting bodies to recognise that and do that themselves. So what you should do is Mr. TNT has paid his money and he's paid the champions at UEFA a lot of money to host that. It's a business transaction. So then he gets to do whatever he wants to recoup his money, right? Now, the thing is, if you are Mr. UEFA, what you can turn around and say is you all can bid on the packages for the Champions League game, but the final will be free to air. That's what I would do. So you can host the semi-finals, the quarterfinals, all the rest of it, but the final will be on. The final is free. That will be on free-to-air television. That's down to UEFA to sort out, or down to.
So are you?
Yeah. You get where I'm coming
to your
from.
point, I do. You make a very good point. I just want to add to it, and I want to open up to everyone to have their say in this. So to your point, you look at the BBC today, lost the commercial rights to the Commonwealth Games. Okay, it's gone to TNT. Okay, maybe the Commonwealth Games isn't the biggest tournament in the world, but it is somebody's major. If you're into athletics or any sport, it is your major sport you want to watch. Now, you then are going to have to go out and buy Sky or buy Virgin or buy whoever you have in the UK to get that package. So my question is, is it down to the people also to make a protest? If we can protest against the Super League, if we can protest against ticket prices, if we as fans can protest against everything, why can we not protest about this? Why can we not say, right, we're not
because the
buying
media's not
Sky?
telling them to. The media's not telling them to, so they won't.
Right, think about it. If say that we got more games on the BBC. BBC will put the TV licenses right up.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. That reason why I believe it's BBC, and in fact shouldn't get any BBC because it does just go. Oh, but you're getting more of this, and this now, so they'll rise the price of the TV license. It's already £100 a month.
I don't watch. I don't watch half the stuff on TV anyway. I barely watch TV
license.
No, I don't, because I don't watch BBC. I do not like watching BBC.
Still watch on demand, so you still need
on demand, yeah.
But isn't that a con?
You pay for it, yeah. My granddad, he pays what, £100? I think is it 190?
£176 a year. You wouldn't know, Stace, because you didn't have them.
No, he's blind, and he's still got to pay full fucking price. He don't watch TV.
Yeah, that's wrong. That because over 75s get some. They don't have to pay for the TV license at a certain age. You don't. Any old person does not have to pay for the TV license over the age of 75. Facts.
Looking at that then.
So
this is what.
So I mean, like for you, Josh, right? I can remember a time when there was free-to-air football and television. I think all four of us can remember a time when there was free-to-air telly. You've sort of generations come into everything is a paywall. I mean, how do you find that yourself, Josh? Do you like that, or do you think there should be more free-to-air football?
I
mean, the FA Cup's gone behind the paywall next season.
Yeah, I think there should be more free to watch football, but I get why they do it because they're all about the money.
I mean, look, I understand what you're saying, Nick, when you say the media. And I understand what you're saying. It's more like lemons, isn't it? If one media says something, then the other. I get that. But surely government do have to set the example of saying, right, this is what we're doing as a government. They can say to the BBC, right, we're going to give you so much more funding. You're not going to raise the TV license, but we're giving you the funding to go and get this back on here so people can watch it. It should. I mean, does it come to Dan?
No,
is the BBC, is the BBC so corrupt anyway?
Yeah. So let me tackle that. The BBC do not get any more taxpayers' money. We're already paying with a license, right?
Yeah.
And what you've always got to remember, they syndicate out all of the shows across the globe. So they sell those shows that we've paid for as taxpayers to other networks around the globe and make money. And they've got the BBC studios off to the side and all the rest of it. They then also, whenever you go on anything BBC from a foreign network, there's all adverts all over their pages and there's all adverts all over their stuff. So they do get advertising. They just don't get advertising from their domestic audience because we're taxpayers. They already earn a load of money. What they should be doing is turning around and saying, you know, this whole conversation about talent, right? They will go out and they will give a radio personality or a TV personality £500,000 a year plus whatever, right? Well, how about you don't do that and just recognise that you're the BBC, you hold a quality, you hold a certain status, and that you're going to be you're going to create new talent, and you pay them a fraction of what you're paying existing, because you don't need to tune in for the talent. There's loads of ways to make that work. They can make loads of economies. I mean, half of the stuff we're paying for, when you actually look down at a breakdown of the BBC license fee, it's a blooming con. It really, really is. So no, they don't deserve any more of the government's money. And this is where it's a real needle thing for me. They've got to stand on their own 2 feet, and they've got to actually give us content that we want to tune in for. Guys, what is there on the BBC that you want to watch?
Probably nothing.
I don't watch it.
Do you tune into it anymore?
No, I don't watch it. No.
No.
See, that says everything. We got the same with RTE over here. How much?
I just think you should have the choice when you buy a TV if you want BBC on there or not. If you don't want BBC on there, then you don't have to pay for the TV license. If you do, then you pay for the TV license. That's how I think.
Bring up my comment in the thing there. That is my biggest issue with the BBC.
I will do it. I just want to bring up. This is the new, and this is due to your comment as well, Nick. The 6.7 billion with network Sky and TNT is the new TV rights. And then your comment here, is it this one?
No, at the bottom.
No,
it's damaged.
Oh, sorry. You mean this one here?
So
but
here,
I mean the
so
BBC,
then, what the ladies just said to each other about if you watch something online, you have to pay your license fee technically because you're watching live TV. Even though the BBC have nothing to do with the infrastructure for the internet and all of that sort of stuff, they've got nothing to do with it.
They're about adding like Netflix and YouTube.
Yeah. And it's like, why?
We-
Why am I paying you? It's like paying British Gas for your water.
Exactly. We already
It
pay
is.
to watch
Yeah.
Netflix.
Absolutely.
I
So
don't
I-
personally because it comes in with my package.
Oh well, I pay. Well, I pay for Netflix.
But I do in hindsight because
Yeah,
I
you do in hindsight, 'cause it
bill
comes part of your package.
well, they put it up this year, so yeah,
Yeah.
I still pay for it. Whatever.
Yeah, this is what I'm thinking now. The BBC are like, well, people are no longer watching the BBC. They're watching more Netflix and Amazon Prime and stuff like that. So now what about dragging in that Netflix into the TV licenses things?
I want this, but on
Do you
Netflix,
know-
how many fucking programs are on Netflix that have already been on BBC or
Exactly.
Quite a
ITV?
lot, actually. Yeah,
Come on.
quite a lot.
You've
Quite
already
if you-
seen them on normal TV, but they're on Netflix now. You can pay for privilege.
Yeah.
But if you look at the license fee,
ITV now put their stuff on there.
30% of the license fee would cover the radio and the news, which I think is a good thing. I think the radio and the news is a good thing to
Don't get
do
me started on the news.
as a service, right? If it was independent and journalism with integrity,
Oh,
I'll stand, and the World Service, right?
We'll
But
definitely
30% of the value of the fee covers that. I reckon for the BBC TV channels where the other 70% goes, bloody put adverts in and fund yourself like any other station.
but where does that go with the sporting stuff they're losing? The BBC are losing sport into Sky. Is it
they're
because
wasting
they
money
just can't?
elsewhere.
Yeah,
'Cause they're
and
wasting
that's the
money,
point,
yeah.
isn't it? If they were to stop wasting money elsewhere, then maybe they could bid for these and keep sport free to air. It's a very good look. I would really want to do a podcast just on this subject because I feel there's a lot we can get into. There's a lot of different avenues. I want to say big up to Nigel. What's his last name? I don't want to get it wrong.
Krasky looks Krasky.
Kasky, big up to Nigel. It's a cheers, mate. Always want your club to do well. My late step granddad was from Potter's Bar near the Spurs ground. Still remember, well, you beating Man City at Wembley 3-2. But yeah, Ricky Villiers' second goal. Honestly, bigger. And he said something very kind about the channel as well. Thank you so much. And I know you're a Norwich fan, so go on, Norwich, get promotion this year and get back into the Premier League and beat Ipswich. Sorry, Alan Brazil, if you're watching. I don't know if people watch Talksport, but Alan Brazil actually hadn't been well recently. And I just want to go on to this. We had the sad news yesterday or the day before. Kenny Dalglish, Kevin Keegan, and John Barnes, and also Alan Brazil had to have a liver transplant as well. So he's recovering. I don't know if it was for cancer or not. He didn't say. All he said he had to have a liver transplant. Well, we know Kevin Keegan's got stage 4 cancer, stomach cancer, which you know a little bit about, Stacey. I think you've got a little bit insight into that.
Yeah, my auntie had it.
We know Kenny Dalglish didn't mean to put it on.
No, he
I mean, he made it funny, but not making it. It was serious, but it was funny as well. How he went about it. But I mean,
him and technology got to go well, basically.
Yeah. I mean, Jess, I want to start with you on this with Kenny Dalglish and Liverpool. I know you like Liverpool as well. How much does he mean to Liverpool fans, Kenny Dalglish? How much is he adored at Liverpool? Because I would say a hell of a lot.
He's a god in Liverpool, is Kenny. And you've got to think when Hillsborough happened, he personally went to every funeral. Did Ken. And the funny thing is, when I went to that charity match, when we took some videos, I came back and I said it to my mum, Kenny don't look well. And my mum said the same to me, Kenny don't look well. So I wasn't exactly surprised when it come out about him, to be fair. But would Liverpool come to a standstill if anything happened to Kenny? A bit like at Celtic? Of course it would. He's a god there. He's highly respected. What he did for Liverpool, nobody will ever touch that. I can't lie.
No. I mean, he done so well for you. Won a double in his first season, 86. Won many trophies for you as a player as well.
Came back in 2012, didn't he? And won a trophy.
Yeah. And the thing for me, Kevin Keegan replaced him. No, he replaced Kevin Keegan as a player when Keegan went to Hamburg. I mean, also Kevin Keegan with Liverpool. Is he more known for Newcastle, Jess, or Liverpool? Would he be?
Yeah, more Newcastle.
Just because what he did, won it when he nearly won league with them, when they came second.
Yeah.
And that big rant that he had. But I'll always remember him as Liverpool. But I think he's always more highly regarded in the tone, in my opinion, Kevin.
Yeah.
I mean, what about you, Josh? I had the luxury of watching Kenny Dalglish play and Kevin Keegan play when I was small. What's your thought on these older players? You look at players at Man United as well. Do you, as a young fan, do you respect them, or is it just part of their history? And I'm more concerned about players that have just retired. Where are you on all of this? Like, if you're looking like the Brian Robsons and the Mark Hugheses, or you're more with the Gary Nevilles and the class of '92, or where are you on all of this? Because I'd be interested to know, as a young fan, where you look, where's your legends come from?
I have to say no about them, because although I wasn't around when they played, I obviously knew about them from my dad and stuff like that. But I can't say much on them. I obviously respect them, but I can't say much on them because I wasn't around when they played, so it's quite hard.
But have you looked up on YouTube recently and watched these greatest goals? And has it made you do that? Look at these players in them.
No, I know of them. I respect them, but that's not the type of fan I am, because I don't know how to put it, but
you respect them, but you
for what they've done to the club. But I don't really go out my time and look at highlights and stuff like that. So
I think that's fair. I mean, Nick, what about you? And I get your thoughts in it as well, Stacey. I mean, look, Kenny Dalglish, for me, I agree with Jess. He's a legend. That man is a legend at Anfield, and he's a god. And As well, he's a massive Celtic player as well. Started his career at Celtic. And you look what he did as a player and manager, Nick, at Liverpool and Blackburn as well. Won the league with Blackburn. People forget that as well. Did go to Newcastle. Didn't get much success there. But as Jess said, went back to Liverpool, won another trophy. Where's your thoughts on all of this? Because you would have just come in at the end of his career. You remember him more as a manager than a player, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he was a part of that Hansen and all of that sort of stuff
Ian Rush
in terms of teams.
Combination. Yeah.
Graham Souness and, the great Liverpool sides. And for me, it's more, they are both legends of their clubs. I remember, I'd just like to say it's sad from a human point of view when anybody's going through that sort of thing. So obviously you wish them all the strength for that and all the love and the strength for their families. They're the ones who's going through it as much as they are. And just that they find their way through. So, but when it comes down to the men and what they did in their careers, they're legends of the game. I mean, Keegan, I'd love it if we beat them. The famous 4-3 games between Newcastle and Liverpool. Yeah, I mean, both of them. I remember them both more as managers than players, but I acknowledge that they were special players in their time. It's more just sad from a human point of view, really.
And also, just quickly, because Liverpool and Arsenal cost the 89 with Hillsborough just afterwards, and you going up and winning the league, your first league title since 71 up at Anfield, and the sort of the way he handled himself afterwards, wasn't it? It was more respect, wasn't it? Wasn't. It is what it. I mean,
I think if anything, just on that point, what you say there. When you got Keegan and Dalglish, and when they talk about the game, and they were the legends. It was like exactly, and it was like I remember Match of the Day, and we had I just mentioned him, Hansen and the
Rush.
Irishman. No,
Ray Houghton.
I'll look him up. And they were both on there, and I'll let you know. You'll be guessing for ages otherwise.
Oh, I know the fella you mean.
Mark.
He was Alan
Hughes.
Lawrenson.
Mark Lawrenson. That's the one.
Mark Lawrence, yeah.
And it was just like everything back then. It's a bit like the media of today. Sorry to get political, but there's too much spin and bias of today, and not enough facts and analysis.
True.
And when you look at those guys, and it's regardless of where you sit, I love it when someone will pick the bones apart of the game. You'll look at it and you'll go, "Oh, yeah, I didn't think of it like that." And they can give you the human element of being a player. They can give you, but I think there's kind of too many players right now in there. I feel like we need that journalism, but they were really good from that. No, I like the technical side. I like the characters, but I just like the fact that when it's actual, a bit more factual than just bias, more bias, needle bias. Let's say something to be outrageous to get a response. It's just like, I'm done with that. I'm really, really done with that. That's social media. You don't need to get into that gutter. And I miss them. I miss those sort of guys talking about football. It was passion. It was insight. It was knowledge.
Yeah, Alan Hanson, you never win anything with kids.
Yeah, you never win anything with kids. And Fergie used that, didn't he? I don't know, chat. Does anybody else in chat get where I'm coming from? I miss that sort of Des Lynam, that sort of... That they used to kind of just having gravitas.
There's too many nowadays.
There is. Including Josh's mate, Gary Neville, and his mates, Yeah. He's on the phone to Gary now. Listen, Gary, they're slugging you off here, Gary. You need to pick up your game, mate. Look at that. He's saying, Gary, you need to watch.
It was on the table showing it.
You need to watch Kenny Dalglish's How You Analyze the Game. Watch that, mate. I mean, look, Des Lynam, he was. Look, I had him, John Motson, Barry Davis.
Oh, John Motson.
They were the three I grew up with, and Murray Walker as well. I mean, Stace with Kenny Dalglish and Keegan come out. We mustn't forget John Barnes as well, by the way.
No.
And Alan Brazil. I mean, look, where are you right? Do you want me to come back to you, Stace? Okay. I mean, I'll go to you, Jeff. I mean, you look at John Barnes, Liverpool legends, Jess, came from Watford. How is he regarded at Liverpool? Is he a legend, like on the not the same as Kenny Dalglish, but is he well thought of at Liverpool, Johnny Barnes?
Yeah, he does a lot on LFC TV. He does John Barnes. He does a lot of travelling abroad as well. He's on board on foundation level is John Barnes, but he is highly regarded.
Yeah.
But Kenny's the king. I can't lie. John Barnes is held in high regard at Liverpool. Facts, but Kenny, yeah. And it is sad with John Barnes as well. It's sad for anybody, whether they're a celebrity, footballer, or just like us. It's a very sad time, and it's not a very nice.
I always want to ask a question about John Barnes and his England career from somebody that follows Liverpool. Do you ever thought he got the recognition he deserved playing for England?
No.
Why is that? Do you think?
I don't want to get into political, but back then it was more on the say colour of your eyes.
I know what you mean. Yeah. I
say colour of your eyes and leave it at that. If it had been say my eye colour, he'd have got a lot more recognition. It was very racial back in the day.
I disagree with that.
And it been changing rooms, and it's not just me. Ian Wright said the same as well. If you listen to anything Ian Wright said,
right, yeah,
he was saying the same.
Yeah, I mean, look, not a lot of people know, but I know Alan Brazil, ex-Tottenham player, Ipswich player, the 70-81. He was part of the Ipswich side that won the UEFA Cup in 81, I think. I mean, a lot of these older players' status are getting these disease, are getting cancer or getting Parkinson's because of the ball and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Does the football? Does the what do you call it? The one that looks after the players. What's the name of it? Oh, is it Players Football Association or? I forget the name of it now. It looks after all the players when they retire. Do they do enough, or do you think they should do more for these older players? Because a lot of older players, not on big money, only one of the few of them get into media. If I'm being honest, should they do more to look after these older players?
You got to think about it though, Dermo, like John Barnes and stuff like that. Back when they were playing, they didn't have these high-end facilities for medicals and stuff like that, so these kind of things could go amiss. It's more look, the more players are more looked after now than they were back then. So even if
football were a lot different back in the day as well, they were totally different. We've got now.
It was more for me. Football was more brutal back in the day.
It was.
It was more brutal. There wasn't none of this pussyfooting. Just tap on the ankle, rolling around and stuff. It was a lot more brutal back in the day. So
yeah, it was just look.
They could look after the player after they've left, but damage is probably already done before they retired. Because you got to think about it.
Yeah, that's
how many times, especially with heads. How many times have players have had head collisions and with the head the ball and stuff like that?
Yeah,
the damage was probably already done before they actually left the profession.
No,
so no matter what they get after care they get after the fact, the damage is probably 9 times out of 10 already done and irreversible.
No, I get
and also you've got to take into genetics as well, because if they've already got a genetic disposition for this kind of disease, be it dementia and stuff like that, it is inevitable. And it is inevitable that they will probably down the line get these kind of diseases. The constant using the head and the head injuries would just exacerbate that more, if you get what I mean. 1 second.
I do. Yeah, I think you make some
Jeff Still, right? He did it, didn't he, Jeff Still? He died of a brain tumour.
Yeah.
And they say that was from all knocks on his brain. They reckon he had over 250 knocks on his brain. Crazy.
For everyone from here on the channel, we send our best wishes to Kenny Dalglish, Sir Kenny Dalglish, Kevin Keegan, and John Barnes as well. and
Yeah,
also to
absolutely.
Alan Brazil as
Absolutely.
well on the
And
speedy recovery. I meant
Just to remind the
Yeah.
younger lot, Kenny Dalglish won 6 titles with Liverpool as a player and 3 as a manager.
Yeah.
Just to put that
Can I
into
just
context.
say though, on Kevin Keegan, it's not a positive outlook for that
No.
one.
No.
My auntie had exactly the same, and she had stage 4 when it was found out. It's not. He could have
and
surgery
he's
to help.
already asked to go back. Yeah.
It's surgery can help extend, but not get rid. And that's just coming from personal experience.
Yeah.
My auntie had stage 4. They did everything they could for her. One year she was clear. The next come back
Yeah.
with a vengeance. So, you know, I just hope he's comfortable.
Yeah.
For as long as possible.
Absolutely.
Because when it gets to that stage,
Yeah.
you will not like if he ever comes out in public, you will not like what you see.
Mm.
And I'm
he's
going to just
already
say that from
asked.
experience.
I know, and I can hear
It's
it in your
not a good
voice.
thing. It's not a good thing.
He's already
It's that kind of cancer can ravage your body.
Yeah.
Literally,
he's already
any
asked.
cancer can ravage your
Sorry.
body, but that is quite.
Mm.
It's not a nice thing to see.
Yeah.
It depends if he goes for
He's
chemotherapy
already
or
asked to have
radiotherapy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's already asked to say goodbye at St James's Park already.
Yeah,
He's
that's.
already
But
asked
I think
to,
while he's still healthy,
Yeah.
let's just say externally, he looks healthy. That is probably the best thing for him to do because it depends on how far he is in the stage 4. It'll ravage his body quickly, depending on how far he is.
Yeah.
So while he's got the capacity to do so, it's a good thing to do that because he can go home.
Yeah.
And relax and rest up for as much as possible because it's not a pretty thing.
No.
Don't mean to bring the chat down.
it's
Sorry.
No, it's just the reality
No.
of the situation, isn't
It's
it?
the reality.
Yeah,
I
is the
remember
reality
my
situation.
father. I remember my father going through cancer, and
I
I
just
know
hope
what you mean by that.
he's
I
comfortable.
do.
The best thing we can wish for is he is
Absolutely.
comfortable and pain free.
Yeah.
Because he's going to be. He's that. I'm not going to lie.
it
When
is.
he
But
goes, I probably will cry.
Yeah. Do you know what? Legends of the game, Bobby Moore, another legend that went way too early as well. So do get your prostate checked out, guys. It is not a hard thing to do.
Nope.
Check it and that. I'm talking to the younger generation, to Josh's age. You can get it any age. Do you know that doesn't specify because you're over
Cancer
40,
doesn't
you're going
care.
to get it.
Cancer does not care.
No, it doesn't. So, guys, I'm talking to the guys out there that are watching. Get your prostate checked. Get regularly checked up. And that's to the women. You know yourself. Lumps or anything, get them checked out straight away. Don't wait.
Smears for women. Smears
The
for women.
earlier,
Smear test and
Yeah.
check your boobs. I'm not
Yeah.
being dirty.
the earlier,
Check your boobs regularly.
exactly. And for men as well, check
Copperfield,
down there. The earlier you can get it
the
checked.
slogan is Copperfield. I think the slogan is for the breast cancer.
Yeah.
Even men.
Yeah.
Men can get breast cancer as well. So men do the same.
Yeah, they can.
It's not just to women. Men can get breast cancer. So Copperfield of that as well. Just
Yeah, absolutely. We will do a little video on this as well. I think we will as a group. We will do a little pre-record just to get people out there too. We might do a general mental health or this all in one, just to, video. It's okay to talk, and we're all here for everyone that needs to talk. We're all here at social media, everything. I know I can speak for Nick. I can speak for Jess and Stacey and Josh as well. Josh is a young lad, but he's got old heads and young shoulders. Oh, young head and with it. You know what I mean, Josh? Yeah.
old head
older
and young
than you
shoulders,
is.
them are.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Right. Let's stop this now. Jess, are you still there?
I'm here.
We've got your picks here. So do you want to talk through your picks for the World Cup? And why have you picked Spain as the winner?
I just think they're a force to be reckoned with. I think Yamal will have a good tournament. They've got experienced players. And I rate Spain, to be fair. Spain are a good shout, in my opinion.
Yeah, and do you want to give people your picks, then go run through it for us?
My runner-up's France. My dark horse is England. Top scorer is Harry Kane. England prediction, third, because they'll have a third and fourth playoff. And my player of the tournament will be Yamal.
A lot of people have gone for him in this pick. Right, Nick, I've done girl, boy, so I've tried to do it in a nice order, and then Josh, and then Colin, and then there's a load of boys, so we ran out of girls. So sorry, after Stacey and Jess, we just ran out of women. So it was girl, boy, and then it was just boy. Nick, do you want to run through your picks
so
for the World Cup?
I'm trying to work out a route for who's most likely to finish where and come in. So I felt that it could be a France-Portugal final. My dark horse would be the Netherlands. I just think they could maybe last 16. No, not being spoken around about. They've got decent players. For us, I think we might make the semis, optimistically.
Mm-hmm.
And player of the tournament, I think if Mbappe does well for France, he gets on the board early, he could end up being the one that gets it over the line for him. He was brilliant in the final last time round. I think he might just have that extra bit of motivation.
Did he score a hat-trick 4 years ago in the final?
Yeah. And I just think I just can't see beyond that trio of Doué, Dembele, and Mbappe.
1 second, Burma.
It's
Alice was like a football wide open, my dog's got out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again.
Stacey was next, but we will come back to her again. I think her dog's looking for the World Cup, you know. I reckon she's trying to do her pickles. Right, my pick is quite easy. France are going to be winner. Runners up Argentina. Dark horse Germany are my dark horses. Top goal scorer Harry Kane. England prediction quarterfinals. Player of the tournament, I have gone from Yamal. We've got Colin as well. He's put Portugal as winners. France as runner-up. Dark horse Canada. Top scorer Dembele. England prediction semi-final. And Bruno Fernandes as player of the tournament. That is a very good shout, actually, to be fair. Josh, do you want to go through your picks, bud?
So the winners I have is Spain, because I think they're just a good unit for the last couple of years. Runners up France, Morocco, dark horse, top scorer Harry Kane. I think we'll make the quarterfinals. I'm not that hopeful player of the tournament, Yamal, because I think they're going to win it. So I thought I picked someone from the winning team that I thought was going to win it.
That is everyone's going for Yamal or Mbappe actually for player of the tournament, which is quite interesting. And then Billy, of course, from Change for Tottenham. Big up, me and Billy are back tomorrow. He's gone for France, Spain, Portugal. Mbappe to be top goal scorer. England to reach the semi-final. He's also got Mbappe as player of the tournament. Thank you. I mean, we've got over 1,446 watching us. Thank you so much for what we really appreciate your support. Right. Is the dog back in? He didn't
go far.
I thought you was being rude then, Dermot. I was going to be like,
If you hear that, please, in the last 15, don't worry about him.
I think your dog wants to become Pickles and find the World Cup. I think
he's
that's
just
what
trying to get out of there. He's like, I've had enough.
Yeah. He says, I'm a doggy, get me out of it. Right, Stace, do you want to go through your picks for the World Cup?
I just picked these off the off chance, to be honest. So I've gone France for winner because I think France are a decent team.
Yeah.
Brazil, also a very decent team. My dark horse is Japan.
I like that.
Ask me why.
Well, no,
So do I,
Daniel in the chat also said Japan. That's an interesting one.
I like a good underdog. That's the thing for me. I like a good, I
same
like
here.
a good underdog story. You know, top scorer Haaland. He's been on fire in the Premier League, so I don't see why I can't do it in World Cup. If I'm honest. Optimistic as always, but I've gone for fourth place for England. I don't see us getting
semi-final.
I don't see us getting far.
Yeah. Okay.
And I've gone for Kane as player of the tournament because he has had a cracking season at Bayern. I'm hoping he brings that season he's had into the England team.
Yeah, I think it. Can I change my dark horse to Scotland? I'm changing
No.
my
Why
dark
me?
horse.
No, the
Well,
Scots
I did it.
can't
I'm
do
not
Can't
dark
do it.
horse because I'm not even in.
Scotland are.
Scotland,
Yeah.
Scotland,
They are. What
Yeah,
is
they are.
it?
They're not
Yeah.
going to get that far. Come on now, it's Scotland. Sorry. 1 minute.
Well, I got them out of the group. If I can get them out of the group, do you know, Clarky,
That's on
FIFA.
can get them out of the group.
That's different. That's on FIFA.
That don't count on Football Manager.
Hey, that's real. That's real life. What are you talking about? I saw it on
Football
my telly, so
Manager.
it must be real.
So I'm kind of flustered.
Yeah,
about
it was
that,
real.
isn't it?
Listen. Thank you again for watching. I do try to keep these podcasts to an hour, and we always end up going an hour and a half. I don't know why, but I enjoy doing them. They're the best podcasts. I enjoy this podcast so much. I do it with genuinely nice, knowledgeable people, and I enjoy their company. So that's why these run on so long. But Jess, I'm going to let you plug your channel. Please put Jess's link in the channel. Her link is in the description below as well. I know what I do as well. The girls don't know this. Every show I do, I always put the link in my description. Also, so if somebody sees it, they give them a link. Get
Careful
over
there,
there, get
Della.
them up. We want to see 25k on their channel before the start of the season. That's what I want to see. So
You'll be looking for
girls
me.
wanna give-
We want football content. We don't want you. Just saying.
if you want a bit of football content and a bit of relaxation of football, this is your channel. It's a great channel. They don't do football. They do quizzes. They do crime nights. Some of them crime nights are really good. They have
What
they
did
have
you
a
get up to,
DJ
ladies? You take
master
the camera
below.
with you.
You are appointed as head coach at Liverpool. Bosh. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's breaking news, by the way. Sorry.
Yeah, breaking news. Yeah, my phone's blowing up about it as well.
Get in there. And Diamandi's coming to
And
Liverpool.
we've got-
Bosh. Coming for Arsenal next
And we've
season.
got a little bit of breaking news as well.
Sounds okay.
See,
It's in that.
Liverpool got breaking news, and so does Tottenham. Savinho, it could be, and I'm saying could be, this is an 90% chance is joining Tottenham Hotspur. And then when it happens, you heard it here first.
Van
Like we
Hecke
did
looks like
last
he's
week
gone as
when
well.
we broke the
And
news.
they're going for Gamares.
Yeah, but I'm hearing Vakecki could be signing as well. So
Already had a
Van
big
Hecke,
rejection of Spurs.
yeah, so he's looking at around 40-45 million. I'm waiting for a major update from the people I use from my foot. Oh, he was telling me today the Glazers are looking to sell United.
Yeah, I saw that.
So
How do you feel about that, Josh?
so
Good. I hate him.
so
Hate them with passion.
So
Flipping
any
bullshit.
more information, we will bring you that as well. I think that have big implications in Premier League in general. But Jess and Stacey, do you want to plug your channel? Please do, because it's a fantastic channel. I love going over there. Love joining you girls. But tell people why they should go over there.
Don't need to. This channel isn't about my channel. It's about
No,
you.
it's not about you, Derma.
It's all
No,
about you.
no,
People know where
I
to find
would-
me if they need to come across. Or
Right,
if they don't want to come
describe
across,
your
or if they
cha-
want
right.
to come across controllers. Happy day.
Yeah.
Okay. Josh and Nick, describe the Jess and Stacey channel in
I
one
like how
word.
he skips that.
I'm
I'll leave
going
that for
for
Josh.
fun. Josh,
Tracy.
describe
People
the
don't know
channel
what
in one
you're
word.
Different.
Different.
Chaos.
Fun. I'm going fun.
Chaos. Chaos.
Chaos.
Yeah.
Chaos.
That's actually, yeah. On that
Especially the
bombshell,
other night.
you leave it
Especially
there.
the other night. Chaos.
Okay. On that bombshell, we'll leave it there. Guys, thank you all for. Oh, sorry, I'm rude. Nick, football takeover. Takeaway.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know
Come
whether I
on.
should start plugging my own as well, because I keep looking at it going, should I start doing
Why don't
something
you?
with this again?
And we
'Cause
you
I've
me have
never-
another channel actually. You me run together, which we haven't done anything, but we will do.
No, I think I might eventually get back to doing mine. It's just kind of, what do I want it to be? It's I wanted to, like, the kids want to be a part of it still, but they're really bit like their degrees and all of that sort of stuff. And I keep going, it don't matter. Get that out the way first. We'll come back to it. So I don't know. I don't know if it's kind of thinking, what am I going to do with it, basically. But yes, the football takeover. I'm on the football takeover. We've got some transfer shows coming up. I think there's one tomorrow. We had one last night about all of the different clubs. And
I missed
some,
it. Was Tottenham mentioned?
Tottenham were mentioned. You're going to be doing quite well, apparently.
About Leeds, was that
Apparently,
mentioned?
Bobby keeps telling me I'm going
Leeds
to be.
were, yeah, Leeds were. I think it was kind of like you've got 3 or 4, but nothing that you would go crazy over.
Just
But
don't surprise me.
3 or 4 that you could be doing. But it looks like solid additions, which I think that's exactly where you need to be. Apparently, United are looking like they're going to be the ones that win the window.
We're signing
Of
everyone.
such.
We're signing everyone.
Yeah.
You're not getting Diamandi though, pal, because he's coming to Liverpool.
Just have to get that one in.
Right. Well, listen, I need to finish this podcast because the girls are starting in a minute. They are starting in a minute, and I will get it in the neck if I don't get off and let them get on. Yeah.
You know that, Graham, you've
when I
got
go over
5
to England.
minutes, you'd all go.
They've still not had me on. I'm starting to think there's something wrong with me, you know. I'm like, ladies.
I just didn't
There's
think
nothing
you
wrong
were
with you.
from my sort of channel, that were all. You're a bit polished. You might be a bit much.
This channel is not polished.
You need to
This
watch
channel
full
is
stream.
nowhere near polished. I
more
may
polished.
look polished, it ain't. But behind the scenes, it's total chaos and mayhem. I mean, it really is. But yeah, me and Nick do run another channel, the Sports Network TV channel. It's being I think it's called that. No, the Sports News channel. I will
Just
get it
reading
right.
what Daniel's put in. Yeah, we'll get there. So yeah, there's another one. You know, it's out there.
Yeah, well, we are going to do Formula One podcasts. That's why we're going to do F1 podcasts on there. But guys, we're going to leave it there. I am back tomorrow at 8 o'clock with the transfer news show. My last one for my holidays. I'm on at 3 o'clock tomorrow with some F1 Manager 2024. So join me then on No Boys Does Gaming, where it's okay to be old in game. It really is. But do get over to the girls. Did run a fantastic channel. We will be back. Not next week, but the week after. We'll try to do, unless Nick, you want to run it next week and let you run it. And
I'm happy to do a podcast in your absence if you want me to.
Yeah, Grant. Okay, I'll sort that out, and I'll speak to Colin and get you logged in so you can run it all, and you can run the podcast next Thursday. I'll make sure it's up. But do join the girls next Thursday and Josh as they talk all things football. But as it's the World Cup, good luck to every team. Good luck to every nation. I'm not jealous. Really, I'm not. I'm not jealous.
You sure about
that? No, I'm not jealous at all. No, I know that. But no, on a serious point, we send our best wishes to Kenny Dalglish, John Barnes, and Kevin Keegan as well, and Alan Brazil. Our best wishes to you guys, all legends of the game. Get well soon. Guys, we're back tomorrow at 8. Get over and join Jess. Put THFC Till We Die Raid or THFC Raid in the chat. Let you know you've gone there. On that bombshell, I'm out of here. See you later. Come on, you Spurs.